Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Miners offense has the ball first today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. Big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Miners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And the Miners are on the move. Looking to pass, it's Nelson. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Odom. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The running back has it. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, UTEP!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Owls offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
This time on target. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got him downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. It's Sands. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Owls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's the handoff. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Back to pass, it's Nelson. Hit as he throws. He's got an open man. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Boom. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Miners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Grab near the sticks. It's Terrell. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Oh, and the ball's out on the return. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Back to throw, it's Nelson. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Brown. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Miners will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Starting to feel a little pressure. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball. Right on the money, you just have to make that catch. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton.
The Miners will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. He's going to run it. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Dances away, trying to find his man in the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Messer. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Calls his own number. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the 1st down.
Close to midfield, 4th down. I think most coaches in college football say that's a green zone now.
Has to be, because there's really not that much to gain by kicking it away.
No, because you kick it in the end zone, they take it out to the 20. You're only picking up how many yards. They can return it. So I know if I run a play, I've got a really good chance to get it. So stay aggressive, offensive coaches.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
That's caught. It's Terrell. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a 1st down. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Owls. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Miners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Miners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. To the air, it's Nelson. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. One final play before the end of the quarter. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? This quarterback part of their running game. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the misconnection on third down. And the Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Got a man. It's Henry.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the tight end. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Floating away. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Back to pass on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Got his man. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. The Miners will hustle to the line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Going to sling it on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this defense gets the sack and puts him in third and long. And I tell you what, this offense, they just got to stay out of those situations. Last drive, they got in it and they had to punt. This drive, getting in it again, predictable situations are really hard to protect your quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Across the 35. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Miners with the 1st and 10. Wilson on the carry. Nice move there. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Miners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Here's a heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Wants to pass the clock an enemy. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown Miners! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Now you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan. Executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. And a great way for this defense to finish off this game as time has expired. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
they got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing on.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.